We are live. Hi, Gali.
Yes, we are live. Hi, hi. We finally
Hi,
made it. We finally made it.
definitely.
Okay, so let me just set up one or two things. First of all, now that we're live, are we on Instagram?
We are on. We are live. Yes.
Can everyone
Hello.
see us, hear us? Tell us if you're here.
Bluetooth. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
connected.
Can you see us and
Gali,
hear us?
can
I'm checking on our
you,
side. Sorry for the delay, guys. Sorry for the issues.
Gali, are you connecting?
In what sense?
Instagram?
Oh, yes. One moment. One moment.
Yes.
I don't see you live on Instagram.
I am definitely live on Instagram, and I see people
Okay.
with me here.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. One second. Let me find you. Oh, there we are. Okay, got it. Okay, I'm joining now. One second. And I see the new channel that we moved to. Let me just let people know. Sorry
Mm-hmm.
for the delay, everyone.
Yes, we
Okay,
definitely have.
this video is broken.
Yes. Here we go. Go live with Gal. Here we go. So Restream
Okay.
changed the whole interface and the whole way that they work. That's the software that we're using to stream into different channels. And here is Gali.
Yeah,
Yes,
it created a total chaos.
it created an interesting situation.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so I'm just making a few quick changes here on our backend so that everyone can find this link.
Okay.
But okay, we should be ready to start.
Maybe send the link on the chat. Can you send the link on the chat?
Yes, I can also do that. Just a moment.
Put it on the other chat, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I totally get it.
Links
One
are- Yeah.
second, and then
Okay, so
we'll
we are
be
almost
pretty
there,
much.
and it will be worth the wait.
Yes, it
We
will
are
be worth.
almost there.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yes, and we
Okay.
see God now. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, fantastic. So,
And
um, yeah. All right, so let's start.
let's start.
Today we're talking about whether or not your problem has a solution, whether or not anybody's problem has a solution, and essentially, what do we at Guaranteed Prosperity do? How can we help people with that problem that we refer to that almost everybody has in different parts of business, life, family, relationships, mindset, spirituality? The idea is that this is the video that somebody can watch and understand what GP does. That's really the
Okay.
topic.
Okay. So to start, we need to understand something really basic principle that even people that learn this principle find it hard to apply it because it is so simple.
Yeah. Always
So
like that, huh?
yeah, it's so simple that people say, no, it has to be more complex, but it's really simple. And here is the principle. If you have a problem and the problem is not getting solved, despite the fact that you applying the correct actions, or if you have a problem and the problem doesn't get solved, the reason the problem doesn't get solved is because the source of the problem is before, which means you're trying to solve the wrong problem.
Yeah, 100%.
So, for example, if you have problem with sales, and assuming that you know how to sell, you sold before, you've been a child, every child is a salesman.
True.
So the best salesmen are children. So you've been a child, you know how to sell, and now you go to life and you cannot sell, or you trying to sell a lady to be your girlfriend and you don't sell, you don't close her. The problem is before. The problem is your marketing.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
You did not
Interesting.
market yourself. You think badly about yourself, so you don't market yourself. So a company that think that it doesn't have a lot to offer will not market itself, and it will not sell. A person that has the wrong idea, because everyone has something to offer, but the person that has the wrong idea that it doesn't have much to offer, he will not market himself because he has nothing to market. And if you did not market, you will not sell.
Yeah, makes sense. Totally.
So the first thing to understand is that the problem is always before. If you complain about A, the source of the problem is before A. You would fail if you will be misled by your complaints and you'll think that the problem is where you're complaining. And as someone that's going to help someone else, the only reason you want to hear what is their problem or what they think the source of the problem is so that you will know what the problem is not. So it gives you less possibilities.
Yeah, narrows it down nicely for you. They do the hard work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the first thing, okay?
Yeah, totally.
And in regards to life, most people realize that there is a physical universe and there is a spiritual universe.
Yeah.
And the problem of most people is in the physical universe. The body do not work. They are worried. They have a problem with their mind. Mind is a physical universe thing. It's not spiritual, despite the fact that people think it is. It's not. It's just a series of pictures.
Yes.
So they have problem with money. They have all kind of problems. Yes, and since they see that the problem in the physical universe, they try to solve it physically, but the source of the problem is before.
Yes.
And most people will say, yes, I know the source of the problem is in the spiritual universe. But before is not the spiritual universe. Before the physical universe, you have your own universe. So if you try to solve the problem in the spiritual universe, you will not solve anything because now you are too far. It's not the actual source of the problem.
I see. So it would go physical, your own, the spiritual. So before physical is actually your own. Spiritual,
Yeah.
you've gone too far. But what does your own universe mean? What somebody that's hearing that for the first time?
So first of all, we need to understand that the reason that people try to be spiritual and they do a lot of whatever they do in an effort to become spiritual, actually, if you look, their life don't really improve. They confront less, they have less, they don't really improve, they just get used to or they accept the situation. And many improved never when he accepts the situation. Many improve where he adjusts the situation to his needs. If we will not drill holes through mountains and fly and adjust the situation to our needs, we will not be where we are today. We will
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
progress.
Yeah, that's very powerful.
So,
True.
yeah. So most people say, no, I'm now spiritual and I'm happy. But actually what happened, they deteriorated to a point where they're happy to become an effect.
True.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm just living alone and everything is okay and no one bothering me. No. That's loneliness. It's not good. Yes?
Yes. Yes.
So what is your own universe? Your own universe is the universe that you define what is the value that you give to things. So your red and my red is different red. And my red is this thing that I defined in my own universe. When I
Yes.
define that something is difficult or easy, it's not because it's difficult or easy by some kind of a law. It is not. It's just your own universe. You define it. Now,
I see.
people don't understand that exactly like there are laws for the physical universe, there are laws for your own universe, and there are laws for the physical universe. There are specific basic truth that how to operate in the spiritual universe, how to operate in your own universe, and how to operate in the physical universe. And the way out is the way through your own universe. So from the physical universe, you have to understand your own universe before you'll be able to understand the spiritual universe. And since no one actually understands this concept, they go physical, 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 physical. One day they become spiritual, they become spiritual, 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 and the situation deteriorates, which means you're trying to solve the wrong problem. So the first thing we do in GP is we actually teach you what are the different universes, what are the laws of the physical universe, your own universe, and the spiritual universe, and how you can become source over them. How can you control those laws so as to bring an improved life for you, everyone, and everything else.
Amazing. Yeah. Wow. That's a
First thing
great. Yes. And now, how do we do that?
slowly.
Yes, but surely. But practically speaking, how, so if somebody says, okay, well, where do I start then? How I need to learn about my own universe. What do I do? Is it a live workshop? Do you guys do meditation retreats? What do you do?
Yes. So what we do is we do live seminars, we do webinars, and we have a lot of online content. And regardless of what you learn, let's say you go and learn the business class. A business class is a series of 50 lessons that teaches you how to take any business and how to establish a business, correct a business, or expand the business. So any business, never mind in what size, never mind in which area. Now, this thing sounds, it's all business, physical, 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 physical. No, 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 no. If you don't understand your own viewpoint on it, if you don't understand your own universe in regards to how you see life, how you see business, if you don't understand later on the spiritual universe, if you don't understand the axioms that make this thing, the basic laws, you will not succeed. I will teach you how to do business, and 2% will succeed, and 98% will not succeed, because 98% don't handle the actual source, which is their own universe.
Amazing.
You need to handle your own universe. You need to learn. So when I teach marketing, I will teach marketing, but while I'm teaching marketing, I will teach the basic laws of your own universe, the basic laws of the spiritual universe. And once you have the full picture, you will see that without you noticing, all of a sudden there are results.
Yeah, things just improve.
Things just improve.
I see. And how does the one-on-one coaching work? And is it similar to what some might call a therapy session?
Okay, so first of all, I very much against coaching if you did not first study. Why? Because I will start to talk to you about the, let's say, about your own universe, and I will talk to you about the law of conservation of time. Now, you don't know what it is. You have no idea what it is. It's not the law of conservation of energy.
Yeah.
It's the law of conservation of time, which is totally different. And you have no idea what is it. And what I will have to do is to teach you that thing.
Yeah, in order to continue with what you were coaching me on. Yeah.
Exactly. So what I'm actually doing while I'm coaching you, if you didn't study before, I'm wasting your time, your money, because coaching is extremely expensive. And you will pay a lot of money to study things that you can sit in a webinar or in a seminar and get much better result. Not only because I explain it better in the seminar or in the webinar, but in a seminar or webinar, there are many different viewpoints that different people, it's always interactive, and different people give their viewpoint, and I react to those viewpoints, and you hear those viewpoints, so you start to get a much wider view of what we are talking about. But if you're just sitting with me, I will give you a view and I will help you and it will be beautiful, but it's extremely expensive way and not as efficient, not as good in terms of results. And of course, I'd like you to come and learn and pay for my time, etc. But I don't, because I really want to deliver to you the most results. I don't want you to pay me the most. I want to deliver to you the most results. So I'm honest with you, and I say, don't take me as a coach before you've learned the language, because otherwise I just need to sit with you and teach you the language. Imagine that you want to learn engineering and you take a coach to teach you engineering. Instead of sitting in a class, a coach will cost much more than if you sit in a class in university.
Yes.
It will cost you much, much, much more than if you do it one-on-one the whole 5 years of becoming an engineer.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. It's a great example.
So what we do in coaching, first of all, is before you want coaching, I need you to get data. Once you actually have the data, and magic happen that you can start to define the actual problem. Because before you have the data, even the definition of your problems and your purposes and your goals and your targets will be incorrect. Because if I'll tell you, okay, we are going to build a bridge and you are not an engineer yet, you are not an educated thing, the first thing you tell me that we need to do is to choose the color or how it will look. This is not what you start with. It's incorrect. And the same thing applies to a business. You start a business because you don't know business, for example, you don't know the laws of business. So what you do, you start a website and you design a logo and you spend hours and a lot of money on the name and on the colors and then on the corporate structure. And then you go into all kind of other nonsense. You start and you say, well, I need to have a name for myself. So you go and you take pictures with celebrities or something, and all kind of nonsense. You don't need any of those. It doesn't help you with the one thing that you do need, which is sales.
Yeah.
Start a business. The first thing is, let's sell. You don't need a place. You don't need to hire a place. You don't need anything. You want a restaurant? Start to cook at home.
Yeah.
Sell it to your friends. Get success stories. Promote the success stories. If the success stories will be wow, and people will say, yes, I want more, I want more, I want more, then maybe rent a restaurant or space in a restaurant, but not before. Most people do the opposite. They invest a lot of money in a restaurant and they think it will be the best restaurant. And most restaurants do not survive the first year.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's exactly it. And so how would you compare what we do or a coaching session to therapy? Because a lot of times I'll sit with people and if I explain something to them, by the way, especially if they haven't learned first, but at the beginning, even in the very beginning, explain something to them and they feel that it improves their life, what they learn. And they're like, oh, this is kind of like a therapy session in a way. But what's the difference? I mean, I have my answer, but what's the difference that you would say?
Okay. So the truth is that any communication is therapeutical to the being. Actual good communication. If the other person understands you, just by him understanding you, it will be therapeutical. Okay?
Yeah.
So, but it's very limited. Yes? And if the person that listened to you also make the mistake of telling you what to think or giving you solutions or either evaluating for you or invalidating you in some way, shape or form.
What do you mean by that?
Evaluating you, you say, I think that the best thing about me is that I'm a good salesperson. And this is your boss and he will tell you, no, but you're not a good salesperson.
I see. So he tells you about you.
He tells you about you, yes, or about your opinions or about your considerations.
I see.
The moment that someone evaluates for you in regards to what's real for you or what's your evaluation, at that moment, he makes you small, because now you have two opposing forces, your idea and his idea, and what you get is a problem.
Yeah, I see.
Become your life.
Yes.
So that's number one. You need to be an expert in not doing that. And the second thing, most of the things that people do when they do try to help is they turn on the unconscious mind, you can say. It's not really the correct word, but I just want to make it real. So they turn on stuff in the unconscious mind that was hidden, that was not actually there before. And because of that, the person start to have problems that he never had before. So he think he solved the problem, but not. What actually happened, you took his attention from a small problem that he had now to a much bigger problem that he has less control over. And he tells you, yeah, yes, this problem was solved, but my life deteriorated.
I see. I see.
Okay. So what we do that is extremely different is that I don't give you answers. I give you principles. You find the answers for yourself. Because if I need to give you an answer, I become God and you become nothing. You become a slave. I don't want to be God of everyone, of no one. I want you to become source, because people say, if you give a person a fish, he will have a meal, and if you give him a fishing rod, he will have many meals forever. Yes, but you also made him a fisherman, where maybe he could be a pilot, or maybe he could be, I don't know, a teacher, or maybe it can be something really valuable.
Yes.
So I said, don't give him a fish. Don't give him a fishing rod. Don't do any of those things. What you need to do is to teach him how to learn the principles that will make him who he is, the thing that knows. Because the spirit is the thing that knows. And the magic or the curse was that somehow that thing that knows believe that someone need to tell him the time. He needs a watch on his hand.
Yeah.
He believed that he needs to learn the ABC every new life. He believed that he doesn't know. But if you check, you'll see that if something bad happened to you, you knew. You just didn't want to look at that. If something good happened to you, you knew. You just didn't want to look at it. So we're recovering basically your ability to know.
Yeah, amazing.
What we do.
Wow, that's a great answer, and a big distinction as well, because that thing that you said of we don't provide solutions, I was going to ask you about that, and you ended up explaining it, because that's really a big difference. Is number one, not giving solutions, you find them yourself, and number two, that we don't tell you what you think or what we think about you, which is the evaluation, or invalidating, making less of something that's real for you. And that's a big difference, because a lot of time in a therapy session, they'll say, this is because of blah. Oh, this came because of your childhood. Now they've told you what it is.
Yeah.
But you need to find things for yourself. And that's the different angle on it.
Yeah. You need to find things for yourself, because no one know the real why for you other than you. Why? Because it's totally invented by you. It is happening in your own universe. You made it up, and you can unmake it.
Yeah.
And this is the saving grace, because you made it. You can unmake it. It's not that there is some kind of a law that this is how it is and that's how it works. No, you made it up. You're the creator. You can come up with anything. You can say, I'm ugly, and believe me, you're ugly, and no girl will look at you and nothing will happen. And you can be ugly and say, I'm amazing, and all the girls will sit in a line waiting for you. Well, actually, lie down immediately.
Yeah, 100%. No, I get you. That is amazing. And now let me ask you about an interesting angle, and that is that Our purpose is genuinely to help and to create a golden age in society. And if we really want to help, why is coaching or seminars or knowledge expensive or cost money, or why is the industry expensive? That's a
Yeah,
question that might get asked.
yeah, I don't know about the industry, but what I know about us is because we are Jewish.
Yes, exactly. Right, that's it. Okay, so my next question is just kidding.
Okay,
Yes.
so the word help is actually had a massive misunderstanding. Help has a massive misunderstanding.
Hmm.
Most people consider that help is to give something for no return. But that's not helping, this is stealing. It's
True.
actually criminal. What a criminal does, he comes to your house, take your laptop and doesn't leave a check.
Hmm.
That's what upsetting. He didn't leave a check. If he will come to your house, take the laptop and leave a fat check, I will ask him next time if he wants a meal also, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Cookies
Like
and
a-
milk. Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And I'll ask him for a convenient time, etc. Yeah.
Hmm.
But if I
Work around his
give,
schedule. Yes.
yes, if I give, and don't expect anything back, I create a criminal. If you take your child, you see that your child, that as he born, he really wants to help. He wants to help because instinctively the spirit knows that it needs to exchange for the help that the parents give. But the parents, most of the time, do not have the patience or do not understand. And so they prevent the child from helping. And after a few years of the child trying to help and is prevented from helping, trying to help and is prevented from helping, the child feel like a criminal and he start to behave like a criminal. Unpredictable, attacking, unappreciative, finding fault with the parents. Just imagine that someone will give you and give you and give you and never ask something in return. You will create a society that, or you'll create a person that is useless because I tell you, look, you're useless. You cannot give me. If you look at any country that failed, is a country that get a lot of aid for no return. And that aid keep that country in the bins. It's like keep it in the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. If you want to help someone, by all means, but get him to return.
Yes.
Otherwise, what you give is also not valuable. If you take any friends that do not like you today, but used to be your friend, if you check, you will see that you gave that person and you gave him and you gave him and you gave him for nothing in return. So he had to attack you.
True.
So help is actually a distraction if I don't ask for something in return. If I help you and help you and help you and don't ask for anything in return, basically what I said, look, you are useless and I'm everything and you cannot survive without me and you're useless. No, I sell you a product and you pay me back and I give you value, but you give me value back. How do you pay me back? It can be in cash, it can be in love, it can be in admiration, it can be in giving me other services that you can supply. There's a million ways to exchange.
Yeah.
But there must be exchange if you want to survive. The moment that you see insane behavior, you need to know that prior to that, there was free help.
Yeah. Yep.
Free
True.
help bring insanity.
Yeah. Yes. And again, that help can be at whatever level that person can do, but as much as they can. So that's a brilliant principle and very misunderstood in general. This whole thing that people need to get return for the help, because I can see that essentially if I say you don't need to help me, I'm basically saying you can't help me. So I'm good. I don't need you. Actually, you're as you said, you're useless to me because you can't help me back. So in a case like Guaranteed Prosperity, since that's the topic, so it's a business. So of course the help in return in this case is financially. because it allows us to expand. It allows us to help more, essentially. Why do certain things become expensive, and how does that get? How do you explain that that it's certain
Very
things are
simple.
expensive?
It's very simple. We give free services in return to your agreement to us communicating with you. So I give you free services. There are all kinds of free services, and what I'm asking you back is either to like, to share, or give me your email or your phone number. So that's the first level. So there is some kind of an exchange. I help you, I give you valuable data, and I give you something in return. The next level is I give you products or services that are low cost. And those products have a lot of value for you, but anyone can afford them. They cost from, I think we have anything from few dollars to, I don't know, $50, $100. Yes?
Yeah.
So this is something that you get, and it helps you, and you start to improve your life. You'll make more money, you'll be more successful, you will improve your relationships, you will improve your health, you will improve many things. Yes. And then as the material become more advanced, we charge more because it helps more. And if we will charge little, you will not appreciate it. It's very simple. If you don't charge in relationship to the amount that it helps, the person that receive it will not actually gain the benefit from it, because in his mind, he will mean, it's nothing. I'll give you an example. I have a student that paid a lot of money on all kinds of services, and she improved, and Okay. One day, it just happened that I was sitting with her, and I started to help her for free. I gave her the most powerful data that I know, that people pay $40,000, $50,000, $100,000 for. I gave her that data for free, and she thought that it's useless. She couldn't see the value. So I thought, okay, that's one student, maybe something is wrong with her. So I went to another friend, and I did the same thing with a friend, and I gave him the same data, amazing, for free, no value. So I went to another person, and I sold him that exactly same data, exactly the same information, but I sold it to him at a lot of money. And it changed his whole life. From selling, this is an Israeli guy, a friend of mine, from selling his services, and he's selling only services, he doesn't have an actual product, just services. From selling his services, time, at a value of about 25,000 shekels, it's the Israeli equivalent of dollars, per month, to selling the next month almost 100,000.
Wow.
What's the difference? I charged him.
Yeah. I've been shocked. I've been shocked when I see that people that get things for free or low cost don't do it, don't care. It's whatever. It's too cheap. And if that same person and somebody else that paid quadruple the price does it and benefits, it's actually amazing. Because like anything, the car is expensive, so you care about your car. If your car was cheap and you're anyways getting a new one, and there you have a few of the cheap ones and whatever. Yeah.
So people have a very big insanity that connected to what they can have. And there is a strong agreement that the value of what you have, the beauty of what you have, the aesthetic value as well of what you have, has to do with how much it costs.
Yeah.
Some people can buy an art piece, and it will be considered the most amazing art piece because it costs $5 million. I look at that and I almost vomit. Like, it's like, what is it? And they say, well, you don't know, that's Rembrandt. I don't care, brother and broom, brim, bim. I don't know. It looks, it's just a piece, just a lot of, a child that put a lot of paint uncontrollably on something. It's not even vibrant.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that it's rebrand. I don't care,
Yeah. Yeah.
but because it costs a lot of money, because there's scarcity, and so it's expensive. Even if the thing don't really is not really beautiful, people think, wow, it's beautiful. People love Rolex, yes. I look at Rolex. I don't think it's so beautiful.
Yeah. I know that you don't.
I don't think it's beautiful. I think Grado is 100 times more beautiful than Rolex.
Uh-huh.
More aesthetics, more wow. But
Yeah.
people love Rolex because Rolex is expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
It's not that it's actually beautiful. Because it's expensive, it becomes beautiful in the eyes of society. It's an agreement.
Yeah.
What
True.
beautiful, what valuable, what's good is just an agreement. Today, beautiful maybe is slim and thin ladies. In all times, if the lady was not big and I don't know, with beard, maybe she was not
Yeah.
beautiful. Whatever,
Yeah.
it's just
It's just
consideration.
whatever is the agreement. Yeah. 100%. 100%. Yeah. Even in African cultures here in South Africa, it's a different perspective than the Western, the more Caucasian view on beauty.
Yeah,
It's really, yeah, they like bigger women, whereas I don't know, American friends of mine prefer slimmer women. It just depends, and some men prefer bigger women. It's just a view. It's just an
and some
agreement. It's
just prefer
really,
men.
and some just prefer men.
It's just a viewpoint.
It's just a viewpoint. Really, it is. It can be either way. It's
Viewpoint.
what you consider. Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
really true. Now, Yannick here on Instagram said, "That's amazing." Yannick here, my first class with Gal was at $10, but it's helped me big time. The fun part was Gal sharing with us how he built We Love Summer at the most basic level. So yeah, the thing with Yannick is at the time, $10 actually, and how he's expanded and grown so much. But at the time, it was a lot of money. So he committed to it, and then he used it to expand. And he's been with us for years now. So it's amazing. Really, really amazing. Now, I have two more questions before we wrap up that are the commonly asked questions that I get. The first thing is off of the money thing. People say, yeah, but there's so much free data on YouTube these days. So why do I need to invest in a course when I can go to YouTube University, which is free?
Okay. So the problem is when you have gold that hidden in between piles of dirt, piles and piles and piles of dirt. And there is one piece of gold. By the time you clean all the dirt, or you go through the dirt, you become dirty because you get all kind of fake realities. And when you will get to the gold, you will not see it. So first of all, the most important thing is to the ability to separate nonsense from truth. And that's what we've done. We give you truth. If you come to our seminar, you will see that one thing for sure, you will know that it's different. You know it is working. And later on, you will also know that it's the basic principles of this universe. But the first thing, you'll know that it's different. The second thing, you will realize it works. And later on, you'll understand the actual value that it is the basic principles of this universe. And you will realize that once you know the principles, you don't need the data. And for as long as you don't know the principle, you're a slave to the data, and the data can be easily manipulated. And the data can mislead you. Emotions always mislead you. Data always mislead you because it was created at time A, and when you come to look at that data, it is time B or C or D or 50,000 years later. So
amazing.
the only way out is to operate based on the principles. It is, if I give you, for example, a current, and I'm telling you, well, there is such thing as current. Okay, so this is a 2 amp, and this is 7 amp, and this is 15 amp. You'll tell me, so okay, 2 amp, 10, 15, wonderful. You get the data, and you might even remember it, yes? And you might know that this machine works like that, and this machine works with this consumption, current consumption. But if you know the Ohm laws, and you know that the current equal to the voltage divided by the resistance, now you can plan something, you can design something, you can create something amazing. And otherwise, you are just a robot that gets data, and operate according to data. The robot doesn't know about the principle. He is not aware of the program. He gets data, and based on the data, the program, that it's not the robot, do the evaluation. The program is the programmer. And the robot is just a robot doing things stupid.
Yeah.
They're still stupid.
True. Even
when a person operates, when a person operates on data, he's just a beautiful robot.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, makes sense. And by the way, Yannick said Mayer's data can't be found on YouTube University. LOL. That's true. Yeah, very true. So now that leads me to my next question, which is, the final question, which is, well, how do you or we or GP know the truth? How are you the authority on it? How does this work?
Okay, so first of all, what I'm getting you to learn is not my truth, but I'm getting you to become the source. And the source can do nothing else other than creating truth. So if I'm the source of a painting, if I'm really the source, which means I bring something out of nothing, what I created is the truth. A second later, when I look at that, it's not the truth anymore. Why? Because the truth is actually the moment of creation. The truth is the moment of creation, something that has no continuation, something that has no change. The truth is the exact original. If you take the original and you change something about it, the time, the place, the form, or the event, Gali, you somehow disconnected from Restream. Yes. Whoops. And now I cannot hear you. And I think you disconnected. Yeah, now I can hear you. Okay. Okay, no problem. So basically what I was saying is what we actually do, I don't teach you the truth because the truth cannot be taught. It's really, the truth cannot be taught. I can teach you only about something that you can observe. But if you can observe it, it's not truth anymore. It's a viewpoint. So what I teach, I use, yes, I can see. Here we go. Hello.
Good to be back. Okay.
Yes. So what we do, the truth cannot be taught. Truth, you know. Truth cannot be taught. The only thing that I can teach you is a viewpoint, because the truth has no continuation. So how can I teach you the truth? You can come up with the truth. You can come up with something out of nothing, but no one can teach you the truth. I can give you a viewpoint. I can give you data. Data is not the truth. Facts are not the truth. That's why the word fact and the word truth is not the same. Fact is just the current majority agreement.
Yes, true.
The truth cannot be taught. The actual truth cannot be taught.
So how do you do that?
How do I
Yes.
make you? How do I make you into
Yeah.
a source? By simply removing lies. Removing lies. Lies I can remove. I
But
can get you
how
to.
come? How come you do? Why? How can you do that? Why?
Anyone can do that. It's not only me. It's just you need to remove enough lies for yourself, so you can start be able to be source. And once you are source, then you can help other people that are unwilling to be source. They are, but they're unwilling yet to remove
Yeah.
fake realities. And what I do, and as I don't tell them, look, this is fake reality. I let them look at principles of this universe, like what is truth. People will say, oh, I have my truth, or this is the truth, or truth is facts, but it's not really what it is. Once you're really able to define, and once you cognite from your own viewpoint, not because I said what something is, a fake reality goes away, and all of a sudden you start to know. You don't understand, you know. Like you know your name. You don't understand your name. You have such a certainty that this certainty brings results. That certainty alone brings results. It actually brings physical thing to manifest. What manifests is not that the physical universe or the universe manifests. No, no, no. You cause something to manifest. Nothing is given to you. Anything that is given to you is something that someone else doesn't want. It's a second-hand thing.
Interesting. Yes.
Second-hand.
Yeah. I see.
So if
Amazing.
universe give you, you're getting second-hand or third-hand. You're getting junk.
Yeah, it's a good point. I never looked at it that way. That's a very good point, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Amazing. So basically, you've figured out some kind of a way over time to handle the blockages to becoming source yourself so that you can help others for them to become source.
100%.
Okay.
So basically, I'm not telling you, look, I'm so clever and you are not as clever and you need to learn from me. No, I tell you, look, you know everything. You just want a game and you want to make your life interesting. So you say that you don't want. But me and you know that you know. So now let's see what are you willing to admit that you already know.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm not telling you what you know. I'm just saying, okay, what are you willing to admit that you already know? And I'm doing it in a specific method that it's at a speed that's good enough for you. It's not too fast, not too slow. And you agree that you actually know. Everything I teach you, you will tell me, I knew it. Of course you knew it. If you didn't know it, it's a lie. It's not true. I did not create this universe. We created it. Obviously, you know.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. This is great. I think that a lot of them answered. Of course, anybody that has any questions, right, just before we wrap up, or at any point, by the way. And I think in general, that's a great point to end off on, unless you have any final things that you want to say.
I think that the only thing that if someone will ask me what's the most important thing to know is once you realize that you actually know, even if you don't know now, but you actually know you have that potential, it's inborn in you. This is something that the Creator gave you. You've been, regardless if you are religious or not, the Creator gave you this ability to have godlike abilities. And what is godlike ability? God can bring something out of nothing. God knows. And you have those abilities. Those that jail you here doesn't want you to know. I suggest that you will start realizing just how perfect you are. And you do it by realizing that anything that is not perfect, it's not you. That's all.
Amazing. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to everyone that joined. Abba, that was amazing.
Instagram.
Love
Thank you
you.
for Ali, and
Yeah.
sorry for the short delay, but
Yeah.
it was worth it.
Yes, it was. Thank
Mwah.
you.
Love you, brother.
Mwah. Love. Bye,
Love.
everyone. Thank you.
Bye.